Let's head now to the streets of Port Harcourt in Rivers State, where our reporter Uche Okoro is standing by to bring us views of newspaper readers to trending stories. Good morning, Uche, and how is it from your end?
Good morning. It's a very sunny morning from my end here in the city of Port Harcourt. I am in protest mode. As you know, the Nigerian Labour Congress will be having a solidarity protest to draw attention to the plight of the Academic Staff Union of Universities. So yeah, the weather is actually friendly today. The weather seems to be cooperating with Labour in anticipation of that protest. So when I'm done here, I'll be heading to the Labour House to catch up with them. So let's just start the review this morning from Port Harcourt with the Daily Sun newspaper. Terrorists battle army in Abuja. Terrorists battle army in Abuja. That's the Daily Sun newspaper. The Nation newspaper this morning says, panic in Abuja over attacks on soldiers by terrorists. Panic in Abuja over attacks on soldiers by terrorists. That's the Nation newspaper. Next is the Vanguard newspaper, the front page headline. Abuja Kaduna train kidnap. Families of 41 victims protest. Ground Transport Ministry. Families of 41 victims protest. Ground Transport Ministry. That's the front page headline on the Vanguard newspaper. And then I'll move to the Punch newspaper, which says, ASU strike. NLC Solidarity Rally holds today. Police warns hoodlums. ASU strike. NLC Solidarity Rally holds today. Police warns hoodlums. That's the Punch newspaper. And then let me wrap this up with This Day newspaper. Federal government procures 6 more attack helicopters as terrorists release 4 Kaduna train passengers, keep 39. This Day newspaper front page, federal government procures 6 more attack helicopters as terrorists release 4 Kaduna train passengers, keep 39. There's also another headline there, autumn, whatever happens to PDP is past. Atiku now my candidate. I'm behind him. That's This Day newspaper. Good morning to you, sir. Can we just get your views? What's your name?
I'm Dr. Francis Oji Ndubisi Uduma.
All right, so help us break down some of these headlines today.
Okay, coming from the Punch newspaper on the NLC Solidarity Rally holding today. I think it's really a welcome development. I really want to applaud NLC for, stepping up on their responsibility to back up the Academic Staff Union of Nigerians. Because as a matter of fact, we're talking about economic development.
Thanks a lot for staying with us. We apologize for that glitch. We hope we can reconnect with Uche Okoro to give us some more views of newspaper readers from his end. But my takeaway from the little we could hear from Uche was that the city also appears ready to comply with NLC's directive on the nationwide rally. So it appears, well, from what we've seen so far, that there is no going back.
Yeah, it appears there's no going back. I mean, it's some ray of hope, so to say, for Nigerians, because in very recent times, Nigerians have expected that the NLC should have improved on how her impacts on Nigerians would have been. But having said that, I am personally not very optimistic about these protests. And it's very simple, as I've said, and I was also trying to engage Comrade Aremu just a moment ago. A union or a Congress that was created in 1978, 43 years after, we have not felt the impact of the Congress in the last 7 years. There have been a lot of issues There have been insecurity issues and all of that, kidnapping, banditry, herdsmen, and yet we've not really felt the Congress. So for me, I am not very optimistic about this particular NLC. I hope that this is probably the beginning of new things to come. We hope that the body will sit up. I also still feel and insist that maybe this protest is in some way connected to the fact that there's an elections only 7 months from now. And as usual, just like in 2014, the NLC contributed massively to the PDP being removed from power. Because those increased pump price and all of that. There was a very serious protest, a nationwide shutdown and all of that. And that was petrol at what price at that time? Now we are paying almost 200 naira or 190 something naira or 170 or 180. And the NLC doesn't see any reason to protest. So that's for me, it's my position, and I hope that the Congress can be revived. There can be some sort of reawakening. I wasn't happy with the fact that Comrade Aremu had to attack the young people, because I'm a young man and I believe in my generation. I believe in the statement of the NSAS movement, of course, until it was hijacked, of course, which I'm not a part of. I do not support the fact that it was hijacked and properties worth billions of naira were affected and all of that. But until that, the issues of the NSAS movement was genuine. I think it's a lesson for the NLC. They should, I'm not sure they are going to gather the kind of crowd the NSAS movement gathered. I am not sure. The NLC has almost or above 4 million workers. I'm just waiting to see what the protest will be like today and tomorrow, if to capture that above 4 million members.
Right. Okay, so for me, it remains to be seen how or what weight to attach to the planned nationwide rallies. But be that as it may, we've known, if you monitor what had happened before now, that anytime NLC coughs or anytime the sneeze, so to speak, the whole nation, things do get, to a halt. And I guess over the years, NLC had been coming up with, this stance and all. What we've seen is that a minute or a day to the takeoff of the strike, they have series of meetings with the federal government and then decide. So government is mindful of the power NLC has. And we've even seen this current one, that just the protests now, they've been urging them not to. Talking about, the sentiments of a possible hijack and all that. So yes, NLC has its powers, and now that it is now coming out with one of its powers, we'll wait and see
I give it to Adams Oshomole as the last NLC president. Maybe as a governor, he didn't do. Maybe he had a lot of controversies. Okay. But as an NLC president, Adams Oshomole was a threat.
All right.